Welcome to Beast the Odds. My name is Montradamus, and we are trying a brand new show here on Beastdom, where we're going to go over today's, whatever sport it is, NBA, MLB, NFL. We're going to go over the slate. We're going to go over what players to pick for daily fantasy. We're going to pick which games to bet on. And most important of all, we're going to beast the odds. Alright, so let's just jump straight into the action. First game, Brooklyn at Oklahoma City. I mean, right away, what pops to your head is Russell Westbrook and Paul George. Both these guys are MVP caliber players, and both these guys should have very strong games against a very up and down pace of the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets love to push the ball. They love to catch and shoot. They have a lot of role players that want to get involved, and they feel that this is their moment to shine. So when they're trying to do what they need to shine, they're going to shoot the ball. If Joe Harris has a three-point shot, he's going to take it. If DeMarre Carroll's got a matchup he likes, he's going to drive. Spencer Dinwiddie, D'Angelo Russell, all of these guys are guys that want to score. I can keep going. Alan Crabb, Chris LeVert, all these guys need to get their points. So when these guys need to get their points, Russell Westbrook, Paul George, these guys have to step up. These guys have to step up and put up big games. You can honestly go with both of these players in daily fantasy. We'll get back to that later, but as far as who's going to win this game, it's going to be a high-scoring game. You can expect to see Brooklyn score 115, 110 points in that range. So that means Oklahoma City's going to have to score around 120. The total for this game is 232.5. So Vegas is very close to that line. So that means I would not take that line. And is Oklahoma City a dead fast lock? I would not say they are a dead fast lock, because if either Westbrook or Paul George have weak games, then Oklahoma City, they are not going to win this matchup. Golden State at Houston. This is a big game right here. There's no Kevin Durant tonight. There's no Kevin Durant. So for daily fantasy, that means you must play Steph. You must play Clay. You can play Draymond Green, and you probably should play DeMarcus Cousins, because against Houston, Houston still can't play defense, but Houston can smell blood in the water. And Capella against Cousins, Capella could actually have a really nice game, easy double-double, because Cousins cannot guard the double team. He cannot guard the pick and roll. And Capella's all about the pick and roll, but you also have to keep in mind Kenneth Faried off the bench should see good minutes. He actually matches up very well in this matchup, especially when Golden State likes to run, so Faried will see some good playing time. Take away PJ Tucker. The guy's all defense, and without Kevin Durant out there tonight, there's really no need for PJ Tucker. Eric Gordon, this guy's a shooter. He's going to be shooting tonight. James Harden. Harden can smell blood in the water. Expect him to have a big game. CP3, Chris Paul. This is a good matchup for Chris Paul as well. CP3 could have a very strong game. And this, now, I know you want to balance everything. You want to manage everything. You want to have Russell Westbrook on your squads. You want to have Blake Griffin. But you really got to look at this game right here, Golden State at Houston. And you got to just see the upside and the potential in this scoring. So we'll see how the daily fantasy lineups match up. As far as who's going to win this game, Houston does smell blood in the water. It's never easy to bet against Golden State. But if you had to go with Houston, money line, this is a night to take them. So FanDuel team of the night. So we were talking about point guards early on. Westbrook, Curry, great plays. Chris Paul, a great play. What is a Tyler Johnson? Not really a great play, but he will get the minutes. I'm going to say you pass on Tyler Johnson. Reggie Jackson, this is a guy who's going to get the... Ish Smith has been playing too many minutes. Goran Dragic if you want to play it safe. Let's keep looking. Let's just see what we got. Shooting guard James Harden, he could go off for a huge game tonight. He smells blood in the water. It's been the common theme of tonight. So James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, both great plays. Klay Thompson as well. He's got to score about 45 fantasy points tonight. That's a lot of fantasy points for Klay Thompson, especially because he really doesn't get assists. He's just going to need to hit three-pointer after three-pointer after three-pointer. In my mind, that's a little too risky. I'm going to keep going. Small forward, no Kevin Durant tonight. Paul George really stands out above the crowd as the top small forward. And tonight's slate, got to go with him. Only 10,000 as well. He really doesn't even need that big of a game. Looking at the smaller price, small fours, we'll come back to these guys. There are some options. You can even go Alfonso McKinney, who can put up some minutes tonight. You know, he did play 23 last time Durant missed a game. We'll see. We'll come back to him. Power forwards. Blake is obviously the guy, but at the same time, you don't want to bust your budget on Blake because there are a lot of point guards. So at the same time, you don't really need to get the top of the top, but you cannot mess up at point guard. So looking at power forward, probably going to punt our second power forward today, just because you do punt one player on FanDuel. Dragon Bender, let's see how his minutes have been looking. Just about 15 minutes. I mean, these are guys that you're putting in and just hoping that they do something in limited amount of time. Ivan Rabb, I mean, yes, he could do well, but he's not been getting the minutes as of late. Against Atlanta, they might need him to get those minutes. We'll come back to him. John Luer. Saw one game with minutes, not worth the option. Markieff Morris. He's questionable tonight. We will know ahead of time if he does play. With that being said, he is really just a desperation play. So we'll come back. There are a few guys in that category who could have nice games. So looking at centers, Drummond, no, not because Whiteside. Whiteside might play a lot of minutes. Do like Cousins more than Capella. See if we can find another center who's got some good value tonight's slate. It's not really looking good, to be honest. Now, you need Cousins to get about 45 fantasy points tonight. That's about 20 points, 10 rebounds, something like that. Cousins has not been playing the minutes to get that. Now, he will get the touches, but Capella's not going to make it easy on him. I like going this strategy right here. You go Nerlens Noel. Ready for this? You go Ed Davis. You go Markieff Morris. This strategy right here, let's just see something about Rich Holmes. No, we're not going to play him against Favors. So with this, you're almost guaranteeing yourself that the pace is going to continue to be fast in the second half, or all game in Brooklyn OKC, which I definitely believe it will be. Let's just see if Rondae Hollis-Jefferson got called back up. That is it for BC Odds. We appreciate you being here tonight. We got a star-studded lineup: Russell Westbrook, Paul George, Markieff Morris on Oklahoma City. Then we got Chris Paul, James Harden, Austin Rivers, the three guys who are going to be handling the ball for the Rockets. We got Alfonso McKinney, Kayvon Looney, two young guys who should see plenty of playing time, as the Rockets will likely dominate the Warriors. And on top of that, we're closing it out with Ed Davis to get the rebounds against the Oklahoma City Thunder, especially when Jared Allen gets in foul trouble against a much stronger Steven Adams. Appreciate you joining us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. Beast!